Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is when you receive this video, when you see it, when you find it. All of my readings are timeless, so whenever you find it is the right time for you. So this is, we're in June right now in 2021, but you may find this 2 years later and it be the right message for you because our spirit and our soul leads us to whatever it is. This is also a collective reading. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You're not going to resonate with every single thing. Every single thing is not going to be specific to you. This is not a private reading. There are a bunch of y'all watching it. So it's going to be a collective energy for whoever soul needs to find it. They may just hear one thing, just one single thing that pertains to them, and it might be the thing that pushes them forward. So just remember, when you're looking at card readings, you need to take what resonates. And that's with everything. Even if you see a card and the imagery on the card is what resonates with you. Even if you hear one phrase and it's that one thing that you absolutely needed to hear for everything to lock into place. So I'm Jenna Ross with Spiritually Savage. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is a brand new channel, so I appreciate your subscriptions and your likes and your comments, and to let me know what you'd like to see in the future in the channel. I am a medium and card reader and soul coach. I've had my abilities since I was a child. I've known how to use them since I was a child, and I've spent my entire life honing this ability. So it is not weird to me. Some people are new to reading and spirituality and so forth. And if you are newly awakened or working on awakening or just trying to find out what the hell is going on with your path, a lot of people start watching card readings because they have a twin experience. They have a twin flame experience, and they start Googling and they want to find for their twin readings. So I'm going to do a collective read today now that we've had the Capricorn full moon last night, and we'll find out what the collective energy is, and we'll see if this turns into a twin reading or a career reading or whatever. We'll just ask the universe to give us the messages that are pertinent for the people watching and what, they need to hear, what you need to hear, because if you're here, then there's something in here for you, for sure. I'm going to try to keep my dog from walking through the cards. I'm going to try to keep her quiet. And if not, then we'll boot her. Well, then I'll pause the video and I'll boot her out. And that's the way it'll work. So right now, the first card that we got is Spirals of Manifestation. You will see that the card is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. And that is the ending of a cycle. Your 9s are completion numbers. They are the last number before double digits. So they're your completion numbers. And these spirals of manifestations, manifestations are, we manifest, we need to manifest from desire and not desperation. You want to know why the specific thing you're trying to manifest isn't happening, then you might need to look at how you're manifesting. Are you manifesting as, this is the only outcome, I'm grabbing at this is so specific that the universe has to deliver it this way? That's not the way it works. You manifest from feelings. You manifest from, your desires. You desire to feel this. This is exactly why people try to accomplish things like making a lot of more money or having a successful career or just marrying anyone. I just want to get married. It doesn't matter. I just want to be happy. And I feel like marriage is what's going to make that happen for me. But what happens is you get that thing, you attain that goal, and it doesn't feel the way that you wanted it to. So you should always manifest from desire, from your feelings. Say, this is the way I want to feel. So when you feel that, you push it out and you go, yes, more of that. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what it is. If you're eating good food and you're like, I feel really satisfied and content, and I love this food, and right now it's bringing me so much joy, then you push that out into the universe and you go, yes, more of that feeling, more of that fulfillment, more of that fullness, more of that joy, more of that, experience. That's what I want. And the universe will bring you the things that make that feeling like happen in your life more often. So The spirals I want to explain too, because I feel like right now, a lot of people are feeling like they're having setbacks in their healings and in their journeys. There are no setbacks. You can't go back. Just so you know, once you take the pill, you can't go back to your old life. You are not having a setback. What happens is healing is not linear. Healing works in layers, but I like to say healing is like a spiral. So sometimes we're healing, and we hit the curb and we feel like we've gone back. And you haven't gone back. What's happened is you're learning, and then you swoop around and you get the pieces that you didn't have time for here, or that you didn't have energy for here. You're like, I'm working on this part, I'm working on this part, I'm working on this part, I'm working on this part. And you hit the thing and you're like, oh, I'm past some of this. Oh, I'm going to scoop up what's left. It also, in your spirals, what happens is it's time to integrate. So it feels like a setback because now you're not learning it, you're learning how to integrate it into your actual life. You know what? Coping skills are great when you don't need them. I'm learning coping skills. I'm learning this. I'm learning how to stay stable. I'm learning how to, love my life. I'm learning how to be confident. I'm learning how to build my own safety. I'm learning how to be my own support. I'm learning how to love my life. And then stuff happens that is uncomfortable or undesirable in our life. And we go, oh my God, it's a setback. No, it's not. It's a chance for you to prove that you've integrated what you've learned. Now I can use my coping skills and I can see how it looks in real life. What good is knowledge if you can't implement it? What good is a trade if you don't know how to do it in real life, if you just know how to explain it, if you just know how to read about it, if you just know how to research it? So your spirals are not setbacks. They're the universe kicking you in so you can integrate all that knowledge that you've learned. Your next one is the 8 card, and it's 8 is abundance. It's, money, stability, abundance in your life, fulfillment. And it is be the hunter, not the hunted. Stop being at other people's mercy. Okay. This is about standing in your own power, owning your own truth, living in integrity with you, living 150% you. People always say, I can't find people that understand me. I can't find people that jive with me. And here's the thing. You're so worried about people liking you that you forget to just be you. You know how you attract people? You don't pretend to be anything, because while you're pretending to be something, then you attract the people that like what you're pretending to be. They don't really like you. So if you're pretending to be something in a relationship, this is why you're not fulfilled in this relationship. The person fell for the person you were pretending to be, not the person that you are. I hate that when we talk about relationships, we talk about a honeymoon period. The honeymoon period is when everything is good and everything is polite and we're trying to catch somebody. So we're doing things to catch them. Stop doing that. That's fake. And that's why they say you will know about a relationship after a certain amount of time, because then the truth comes out. How about we just start being truthful from day one? I'm a big on be yourself kind of girl. And I love it when people are like, I'm going on a first date and we're going to go do all of this nice stuff and everything. Why are you wasting like a really nice, first date? Why are you wasting that money? And why are you trying to impress somebody that you don't even know if you like? Why don't we wait until we decide that we actually like this human before we start trying to do things for them that are amazing? Like, I really and truly feel that way. I always tell people, you should go eat ribs or tacos for your first date. You know why? Because it's super hard to be fake and to pretend to be proper and, sexy and amazing and interesting while you're covered in ribs. And I'd rather be that. I'd rather see who you are now, to make sure that you fit my goofiness, to make sure that you fit my quirkiness, to make sure that you fit my magic. Why the hell would I want to attract somebody that was not meant for me? It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of their time. It's a waste of my time. It's also a waste of emotional energy. Like, why do I want to give that emotional energy to somebody? Why do I want to attach to somebody that is not for me? You know what I mean? Let's stop attaching to outcomes and then putting people in that place. Let's also stop attaching to people just because of an insecurity we have. I don't even really like this person, but they don't want to go on a second date with me. So now I really want to go out with them because, oh my God, what don't they like about me? I have to make them like me. Why? They don't want to go on a second date? Then guess what? You know now they're not for you. Doesn't mean they're not for you forever. It means they're not for you right now. You know why? Your energies don't match. You go, maybe I made a bad first impression. Who gives a fuck? What is meant to happen happens. Everything happens for everybody's highest good. Let it go. Move on. Go do your thing. If they're supposed to be for you, they'll come back around. You know, you just never know. So be the hunter. Don't be the hunted. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be the one standing in your power. You don't want somebody to prey on you or to be able to convince you of something. You don't want to attract that person if that's not the person for you. I feel like this time period right now is really about living in authenticity with ourselves. I started to hate that word because I see it so much in marketing. It's a buzzword now. So let's start just living as our true self. Let's just start living in integrity with us. If it's not fully us, it needs to go. You know, we need to stop being polite and just not saying what we want to say because we're trying to keep the peace. You know, it was the video the other day where I talked about, you know, where we always say, blessed is the peacekeepers. Peacekeeping is about keeping peace within yourself, not about keeping peace on the outside. It's about keeping peace within yourself. So we actually did get the number 9 card too. So that's 2 9s in this. So there's a lot about completion happening right now. And the completion card right now is, what do you feel? It's tapping into your intuition. What do you feel like is the right next step? Learning to listen to yourself, learning to trust yourself. We say we can't trust other people, but the truth is when we don't trust other people, it's because we don't trust ourselves to make a good decision about who we should be around. Hear that? When you don't trust other people, it's because you don't trust yourself to pick a good person for you to be around. We don't trust ourselves because we say the people I've picked haven't been safe. You know why they haven't been safe? Because you're lowering your standards. We should raise our standards for people that we care about. Raise our standards for, we don't lower our standards for people we care about. No. You recognize that? We have high standards for people we don't know. And then when we get to know them, we make excuses for them. We go, oh, but I love them. Oh, but they're going through a hard time. Oh, but that's just the way they are. Oh, but the way they grew up. Oh, but the way they were raised. Oh, they don't mean it. Bullshit. We need to raise our standards for people that we love. Raise our standards for people that know us. You know why? Because they should treat us better. They should treat us better than strangers do. You know why? Because I've let you in my circle. You should treat me better. You know? Also treat yourself well. How do you feel? Treat yourself well. You know why? Because we teach other people how to treat us by the way we treat ourselves. You treat yourself like shit, run yourself in the ground, can't expect other people to treat you any better. And also, when people tell you who they are, you need to believe them. Okay? We need to stop having expectations of people that don't give a shit about our expectations. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you order a pork chop, can't be pissed off of it at it for not being steak. Okay? You allowed a pork chop. You asked for a pork chop. You got a pork chop. And now you want to be pissed off and say, why the hell is this not filet mignon? I wanted filet mignon because you thought you could change people. You thought you could fix people. You thought they would do better with your support. We're not supposed to fix people. We're not supposed to heal people. We find people that match us, that are our equal, and we grow together. Okay? We're not waiting on people. We don't want them to catch up. We want people that are our equal, that we can look in the eye and they can understand us. You don't want people to raise. You don't want people to coach all the time. I pick different people for my friends, different people for my family, different people for my relationships, different people for my clients. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now I do coach some friends, but when we're on our friend time, we're friends. When we're on our coaching time, we're coaching. You know what I mean? Boundaries. You have to know the difference. That deck that I was just drawing on, by the way, because I try to keep you guys informed, is the Sacred Rebels deck. All right. So if that's something that, if you buy cards and you were trying to figure out what deck that was, it's the Sacred Rebels deck. This right here is the Light Seers Tier. I'm going to draw on right now and get some further insight. Tell us what the next 6 months are going to bring. This eclipse season and the Capricorn new moon or full moon that we just had last night. It's all about ushering in our integrity and creating the life we want over the next 6 months. So let's talk about what it is. You know, we have Queen of Swords, and she's reversed. So your Queen of Swords is the no nonsense queen. Your swords is about truth. It's about integrity. It's about living your life up to your own standards. And she's reversed, which means we've been accepting less, but we're getting in that energy of not accepting less. We are standing in our power. We need to stand in our power. And when we start to water ourselves down or start to people please or start to be something that we're not. I'm not going to say that because that's going to upset some people. I'm not going to post this on social media because that's going to upset some people. I'm going to, not step into this, project I want to do because I don't want to upset some people. I'm seeing a lot of people online now that are newly awakened. You just took the pill. Congratulations. Thank you for waking up. The collective needs you. And they go, oh my God, I've been, going to this church, or I've just realized I have these abilities and nobody around me is like me. So I'm going to hide this to make everybody around me comfortable. But now what I'm doing is I'm trying to put myself in a box I don't fit in anymore. And I'm going to try to stay with people that don't get me anymore to make them comfortable. Why are we making other people comfortable and not making ourselves comfortable? This life is for you. It's your life. It's not their life. They have their own life to fuck up. Don't give them yours to fuck it up also. What is right for them is not right for you. And by the way, I understand that when you grow, you have to let people go. And they may not be in your life for a time. They may not be in your life forever again. It just is what it is. We outgrow things, and we should outgrow things. If you're not outgrowing things, then you're not growing. Congratulations, you're stagnant. The universe will push you and your life will be a train wreck and all those people will go away anyway. So how about this? Grow. Be okay with it. Own it. You don't have to be nasty about not talking to them anymore. Just let it fade away. Let it fade away. They will remove themselves. They won't jive with you anymore. It's okay. Ace of Wands, fire. The universe is showing you some things that you're passionate about, some abilities, some desires, some things that you didn't know were in there anymore. Reawakening some passions, some things that we just did not thought it had gone away. Some of us never knew it was in there in the first place. It's waking up our desires, waking up our passions, waking up to these feelings we thought were long gone. We thought we were getting older, and then all of a sudden we woke up one morning and we were like, I feel sexy. And I want to go find somebody to be sexy with. Holy shit, thought that part of me was gone. Nope. It's waking up some things inside of us. Some things that remind you that you're still alive. If you're still alive, guess what? You need to be living your life. You were building foundations. 10 of Pentacles. You were building, it's reversed. You're trying to build foundations. You're trying to focus on money. You were trying to focus on wealth. You were out of balance. You realized money wasn't going to bring you fulfillment, wasn't going to bring you happiness. It's an add-on. Money's great. Doesn't bring you happiness. Money is not connected to the heart chakra. You do understand that, right? Money has zero to do with the heart. Money is about stability for you. It's an add-on. If you're staking your worth in money, it's never going to work. You're never going to have enough. You make billions and billions and billions, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Money needs to be an add-on. You need to live out of your desires, live out of your passions. Money is the fruit. It's just a fruit. It's just to show other people you're living in integrity. Now, I'm not saying everybody who has money is living in their integrity, but I will tell you this. We always talk about people stepping on other people, you know, to get money. Just so you know, they live it full out. They're okay with who they are. They don't care. They don't care what you think. While you're at home trying to make ends meet and tiptoeing around everybody else and giving them everything you have, that's not generosity, because you're doing it for a reason. It's not generosity. Hear me? When you're giving so that other people will not be mad at you, or so that other people will like you, or so that you're trying to prove that you're a good spouse or a good this, you're not giving fully, and you're not giving from the overflow. Okay? You're not giving joyously. You're giving begrudgingly. You're giving because it's your duty. You're giving because it's your responsibility. You're giving because you've taken on a role that you feel like you have to take care of everybody else. And that's not out of desire. That's not out of joy. That's not out of love. That is not free flowing. When you give because you have it overflow, you just give and give and give because it makes you happy, and you don't care if anybody recognizes or repays or even notices. And by the way, if somebody does, you know, doesn't repay and they go, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I haven't given you this. You go, I completely fucking forgot. I didn't even remember. That's not why I gave it to you. You know, you don't care. You're just giving out of joy. This is what you're seeking. You right now are stuck in it and are like, I'm giving and giving and nobody is giving back. Stop fucking giving. If you're giving for people to give back and you go, oh, well, that's not the reason I'm not giving, so that people will give back, but it would be nice if they did give back. Start giving to your fucking self, because you've already taught them that you're not worth giving to, because you don't feel like you should give to you. Why should anybody else? If you don't feel like you're worth it, why should anybody else? You treat you the way you want others to treat you. You're teaching people how to treat you. This is a deep message. We're going through some really deep dives into integrity, you know, because it's all about the Queen of Cups, but it's reversed. Your cups are emotions. We want to feel fulfilled. We want to feel joy. We want to feel abundance. But we're out of balance. We're believing that the more we have, the more we can give, the more people will like us. We don't like us. Start tapping into who you are. Start deciding who you are. Who are you? Do you know who you are? Do you like who you are? Because if you don't, we should start there. Because whatever you don't like, you can change. You want other people to change for you, but are you willing to change for you? Are you willing to put the actual work in? Or you just want to hide it and pretend to be somebody else so you don't have to do the actual fucking work? Start looking at yourself in the mirror. If you can't look yourself in the mirror, one of the things that I have my clients do all the time is, you know, the mirror exercises. Look yourself in the eye in the mirror. Can you do it? Once you can, look yourself in the eye in the mirror and compliment yourself. Talk to yourself like you're your best friend. Talk to yourself like you're your partner. You know, my clients and my friends have heard me say for years, I talk to myself in the morning like I'm my own assistant. I go in there and I look in the mirror and I say, great, you're here. So good to see you. And I say, we got a lot to do today. You look amazing, by the way. And I talk to myself like I'm another person. You know why? I have my own back. I'm my own best friend. I love myself. I'm amazing. If you don't know me, you're missing out. If you don't feel that way about yourself, then you need to look into it, because that's not arrogance. That's self-love. Your version of dumbing yourself down and humility and modesty, it's self-deprecating. It's put on. It's not real. It's you pushing you down and making you small so that other people are comfortable. When I look at myself in the mirror, I say, okay, this is all the things we have to do today. Do you have me? Are you feeling good? I need you. You're the person who has my back. If you don't have me, I can't do this. I need you to do this. And I say, okay, I'll see you at breakfast. You know, if you can't look you in the eye and say the most amazing things about yourself, there's some work that needs to be done there. If you can't even look you in the eye, you know, if you can't look yourself in the eye and tell yourself that you love yourself, if you can't look yourself in the eye and say, God, I love you. You look amazing. Your eyes look really pretty today. That color looks amazing on you. Your hair's a train wreck, but it's cool. I'm going to help you with it. Hold on. Have your own back. Love yourself like nobody else loves you. You know why? Because you're teaching people how to love you. If you won't provide your own needs because you don't think you're worth it, then you can't be mad at other people for not seeing your value. You're with you all the time. If you don't see your value, how will anybody else? Last one, see, look, we have all these queens. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands. They're all reversed. We're not living in it. We're just coming about right now. We need to live in our truth. Change that. We need to love ourselves and accept our emotions and talk to our emotions and be authentic about our emotions. The last one is your Queen of Wands. Wands is your inspiration. It's your power. It's your fire. Own it. We are not owning ourselves, people. Why are we not owning every part of us? Oh, well, some people think that's undesirable. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck what society deems as desirable? You know? And by the way, if you were taught some things weren't desirable, then you need to look into whether they are not desirable. By the way, we all have traits that we feel like are not desirable. Who cares? We're all human. Work on them. If there's something that you really feel like is not desirable, work on it. Change it. Hone it. Balance it out. You know, we're coming into our integrity. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with others. You know, I went out with a guy a couple of times, a couple of months ago. And I remember I said something to him and I said, this is my thing, right? And I said, this is my thing, right? And I went, right? Is that your thing? And we were texting and he said, yes. Well, I mean, no. And then he said, I have this insecurity. And so it's not my thing because I'm really insecure about how I look or this and this and this. And I went, why? You're amazing. You're really attractive. But it doesn't matter what other people think. It matters what you think. Because it doesn't matter if other people tell it to you and you don't believe it, you think it's a lie. You think it's a manipulation. You think it's not true. You think they're trying to deceive you. You think they want something from you. You know? And I said to him, maybe that's something you should work on. But by the way, like, thanks for being honest. Because he said, yeah, his first instinct was to say, yeah, and agree with me. And then he realized that we had already talked about, like, I don't want to say something you just agree with me and it's not your thing. He backtracked and he said, well, no. And here's why. Own your truth. You know, if people are like, hey, do you want to go to lunch here and this, and you go, yeah. And they go, oh, I love Indian food. Do you love Indian food? If you've never had it, just be like, I've never had Indian food. I'm willing to try it. I'm not willing to try it. Whatever. Just own it. Stop worrying about what other people think about you and start worrying about what you think about you. Start thinking about what you think about you. It's turned into a coaching session. There's a lot being channeled. My gods are very chatty today. So I'll just say this. Own your truth. Start living it. Stop telling these white lies. Stop just, you know, people pleasing and making everybody else comfortable. Make yourself comfortable. The people that are meant to be around you will show up. They'll get you. They'll love you for who you are. Not everybody has to agree with you. Not everybody has to love you. My friends, They don't tell me what I want to hear. I don't want friends who tell me what I want to hear. I want my friends that are like, no, no. I want my friends that stand in their own truth. I want my friends to be who they are 1,000,000%. And I want to be in love with that. I want to be in love with them being okay being them. I also want to be in love with them being able to tell me no. Nope. I can't do that right now. You know why? Because I'm not in an emotional state to handle it. I don't want to do that because I just don't feel like I can today. I need to self-care. Nope, I don't want to do that because I don't have the energy to support you today. Be true to yourself. You know, not everybody is at your beck and call. Nobody should be at your beck and call. You know, you have to have your own back. And if you don't have your own back, you can't expect other people to. So if you're finding that people are turning over and there's nobody, this is the universe showing you that you need to have your own back. Okay? I love all of you. I'm so glad that you're here. And thank you for allowing me to take up space in your life right now. Thank you for allowing me to speak words that have an impact on you. And if this is something that resonates with you, again, I do private readings. The link to my scheduler is below. You can schedule coaching or readings. If you have never read with me and you want to talk about coaching, I do have a thing for you to do, like a 30-minute consult. And we can definitely talk about what you need, because the spiritual journey is not a one size fits all. It's all about what you need. So take what resonates and learn to step into your truth. All right. We'll see you soon. Bye.